Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about this article that I saw floating around on social media. Now, this article is 4 years old. This article comes on the heels of the Last Dance documentary. And this article was written by a supposed Michael Jordan fan that turned and became a LeBron James fan because of the Last Dance documentary. The Last Dance documentary made this person become a LeBron James fan when everyone else I pretty much thought watched the Last Dance documentary and either became a Michael Jordan fan or it confirmed what all of us that were, Michael Jordan fans or fans of that era of NBA, it confirmed what we already knew about Michael Jordan, right? All it did was just punch it home a little bit harder and refresh our memories. But this person went the other way with it. This person said the Last Dance documentary made him become a LeBron James fan. And this man, the title of this article was called Michael Jordan Burned Bridges, LeBron James Builds Them. And that's what we're going to talk about. This man said some disturbing stuff in this article that I read. And we're going to talk about this video, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, you know I am truly, truly humbled by all the support, man. The emails, the messages you guys send me, the comments, the things you guys say, man. It really means a lot, guys. Like I said, it's truly, truly humbling, man. So thanks to all you guys out there. Shout out to everybody in the membership, everyone that comes to the live streams and supports me, man. Thank you very much, guys. Like I said, it's really, really humbling, man. It means a lot. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I was floating around on the internet or, scrolling through social media a couple of days ago, and I came across this article. Now, I was not looking for this article. Like I said, I was looking for photos to post, for some thumbnail photos for some of the videos, and I stumbled across this article. Now, once again, like I said, this article's from 4 years ago. It's from, like I said, it came right after the Last Dance documentary came out. This person released this video. I believe it was, I can't remember. It was 2020, I want to say. Somewhere in 2020, this article came out. If you guys remember COVID and, everything that was going on during COVID and the shutdown, remember the Last Dance documentary came out during that time. And for, pretty much most people out there, the Last Dance documentary was great because it came at a certain time where, like I said, people couldn't go outside. You were on quarantines and, people were losing family members. People were getting sick. People were scared, nervous, anxious. You didn't know what was going on. Gyms were closing. Businesses were closing everywhere. Things were weird. So you were stuck at home a lot of times. And when the Last Dance came out, it really gave people something to do, something to look forward to. Right? That's how I viewed it. And that's how I thought most people viewed it. And like I said, if you were a fan of basketball back in them days, you grew up watching that era, you were a fan of Michael Jordan. Even if you weren't a fan of Michael Jordan, you appreciate the Last Dance for what it was, right? And I think a lot of people had a newfound respect for Michael Jordan during the Last Dance documentary, right? And we also found out some things about someone like Scottie Pippen that a lot of people try to gloss over or forget about. Right? I told you guys, Scottie Pippen's remembered for being greater than he really was. And that's what happened during the Last Dance documentary. Remember, Scottie Pippen got emotional about it. He was all upset. Guys like Horace Grant, these guys were weirdos. They got upset that the Last Dance documentary was focused mostly on Michael Jordan. I'm so confused as, who else did they think was going to be the main focus of the Last Dance documentary? Phil Jackson? Jerry Krause? The fans? Give me a break here. These people are so delusional. Once again, not realizing and understanding that the things that happened back in the day really happened that way. Now, I told you they're trying to rewrite history now. But I came across this article, and in this article, this person claimed to be from Chicago, grew up as a Michael Jordan fan, idolized Michael Jordan. This is what this person wrote. He said, I was born and raised in Chicago, idolized Jordan growing up. This is what he said at the beginning of the article. And like I said, the title of the article is called Michael Jordan Burned Bridges, LeBron James Builds Them. And in this article, he starts to talk about all the things that made him not be a fan of Michael Jordan anymore and to side with LeBron James. And this is very disturbing. I wrote down some key moments here, some key things that he said in this article. This person, his name is Andrew Lawrence. So please, if you ever seen an article from Andrew Lawrence, don't even read it, man. This guy's a straight fool, man, because I'm going to read off some of this stuff this person said in this article. This is disturbing, guys. I'm telling you, LeBron James fans are weirdos, man. And this person claimed to be a Michael Jordan fan, born and raised in Chicago. I think this person's around the same age as me, maybe a couple years younger than me. And like I said, you're claiming to be a Michael Jordan fan, born and raised in Chicago. I laugh about that. And I highly doubt this person was ever a true Michael Jordan fan. But if you were a Michael Jordan fan, this person exposed themselves as not really knowing or understanding Michael Jordan. So I really question if they grew up watching that era of NBA, if they really knew who Michael Jordan was and what made Michael Jordan so great. It wasn't the numbers or the accolades, man. But we're going to talk about this video, because in this video, and it was, I said in the article, guys. So, like I said, the article title is called Michael Jordan Burned Bridges, LeBron James Builds Them, which to me right there, the title of the article caught my attention. That's why I clicked on it. It's very disturbing to me what this guy says. So, like I said, in the beginning, he starts off, born and raised in Chicago and idolized Jordan growing up. But unexpectedly, the last dance has made me gravitate towards LeBron. That's the opening sentence of this article, guys. That's like the thesis of this article. The summary of the article. This person was supposedly had idolized Michael Jordan, and then all of a sudden the last dance made them not like Michael Jordan anymore and gravitate towards LeBron James. So weird to me for someone to say that, especially when you try to claim that you're a Jordan fan. Makes no sense to me. You were never a Michael Jordan fan, Andrew Lawrence. You're a clown, man. So I wrote down this. Let's start with this one. He says this. At worst, James is the single greatest success story in team sports. A child prodigy who overcame hardships of youth but fulfilled every expectation. Now, this is one of the classic LeBron James fans' lines. This is what you'll hear a lot of the media members, people in the media say. They love to paint this picture of LeBron James, living up to all the expectations. Oh, LeBron James lived up to all the hype. He had all the pressure coming in, and he still, didn't fold up. And I laugh when people say that, all the pressure that LeBron James had coming in. I don't understand how much pressure did he have coming in when you're being celebrated as the chosen one. I mean, my goodness. You are celebrated as the chosen one. LeBron James gets the tattoo on his back. I mean, I remember LeBron James himself when he was like 18 years old saying, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. LeBron James himself said there was no pressure, but everyone else tried to tell you that LeBron James had all this pressure when he came into the league. And then he says, oh, he fulfilled every expectation. It's laughable, man. Every expectation from who? Did LeBron James hold himself to a higher standard? No, he didn't. What do I always tell you guys in this channel? The all-time great players, they hold themselves to a higher standard than anyone else could. So it doesn't matter what the media says about them or the fans are saying about them. They hold themselves to a higher standard than anyone else could. LeBron James doesn't do that, right? So once again, when they talk about the expectations, what expectations? The expectations on who? Michael Jordan had higher expectations for himself than anyone else could put on him. So the pressure that he felt was put on himself by himself. Not by the media members, not by Bob Costas or Hubie Brown or Peter Vesey. None of these guys, man. The pressure that Michael Jordan had on himself was put there by him. No one could put more pressure on Michael Jordan than he put on himself, man. All the all-time greats, that's how they operate. That's how they reach these levels. They put so much pressure on themselves. They're not worried about the outside noise. Only LeBron James wants you to know how much he's dealing with. He always wants you to know that he's a victim of circumstance or some kind of woe is me story. He always has an excuse, LeBron James. So how are you fulfilling and living up to every expectation? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said, LeBron James was given everything when he came in the league. He didn't have to earn it. They gave him a Hummer in high school to drive around in. They gave him money, right? They were doing all this illegal, shady stuff for LeBron James, but nothing ever happened to LeBron James. Meanwhile, someone like Reggie Bush had to give his Heisman Trophy back. I mean, it's laughable, the things that these guys were getting, in trouble for, but LeBron James never had no issues, man. But they want to act as if he had to earn this stuff. Like I say all the time, how many of you guys you knew play high school basketball look like LeBron James? Do you guys know anyone in your high school that looked like LeBron James? There was no one in my high school that looked like LeBron James, guys. I didn't play against anyone that looked like LeBron James in high school. So this man was gifted. He was blessed. Let's not forget this stuff. LeBron James was blessed, man, and was given everything. He didn't get cut from his high school team. Michael Jordan did. Did LeBron James get cut and have to earn and work his way onto the high school team? No. He was blessed, man, and given everything because of the blessings that he was afforded. His athleticism, the gifts. Yeah, we know that LeBron James had a rough childhood in that, it wasn't, a silver spoon in the mouth. And there were other people that had much easier lives than LeBron James. But once again, there were also many, many people that had a lot of harder life than LeBron James. So let's just stop that right there. Like I said, there are a lot of people that are going through a lot of hardships and they don't have the gifts of LeBron James to get them out of that situation. LeBron James, 6'7" in high school, man. All right, guys? 6'7" in high school. I don't know anyone in my high school that was 6'7". The tallest guy in my high school, I think, was 6'4", maybe 6'5". But they were not as athletic as LeBron James at that size. I don't know anyone like that. In my school or the schools that I played against in my area that I grew up in high school at, man, I don't remember this stuff. So LeBron James' blessings helped get him out of that situation. Let's not forget this, all right, man? Ain't like LeBron James had to work 5 jobs, right? And had to, pay his way through college so that he could get a degree to get his family out of poverty. That's not the story that LeBron James has. So once again, LeBron James, no one said his life was easy, but let's stop acting like LeBron James grew up in, some poverty-stricken country in Africa. Like, stop it, man. Once again, so this person says, now listen to this, at worst, James is the single greatest success story in team sports. That's a laugher to me. LeBron James is the single greatest success story, but he gives you nothing here to verify that. He's sort of talking about a child prodigy. A child prodigy. So once again, you just contradicted yourself. As hard as it was for LeBron James growing up, as bad as his situation may be, you just said he was a child prodigy. So once again, he was blessed with the advantages and gifts that no one else could even dream about, guys. Advantages that other people in his situation wouldn't be able to fall back on and pull themselves up out of that situation. A child prodigy. Once again, Michael Jordan got cut from the high school team. So is now Michael Jordan's story, to me, greater or a better success story? You talking about LeBron James, the greatest success story in sports? I don't know if that's possible. I mean, if you just look at, and I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is the greatest success story. I don't even know how we could quantify this. This is what I'm talking about with LeBron James fans. They just say a generic statement like this. Oh, LeBron James, at worst, is the single greatest success story in team sports. That's a laugher, man. A laugher. How difficult is his story? I don't understand that. Like I said, Michael Jordan was cut from the high school team. LeBron James wasn't. So wasn't Michael Jordan's road to success harder, filled with more potholes? I mean, yeah, Michael Jordan had a father and a mother that cared, that raised him and taught him the values. But once again, we're talking about the success story of LeBron James versus Michael Jordan in basketball. The story of the basketball. I thought that's what we're talking about here. Once again, Michael Jordan didn't have family members that were 6'5", 6'6". I told you, Michael Jordan was born to play basketball. He was literally born to play basketball. But Michael Jordan had to earn it. LeBron James ain't never had to earn his basketball career. They've been pushing LeBron James and promoting him. Remember, they didn't even pick up Michael Jordan at the airport, guys. Did LeBron James get left at the airport? Could you imagine LeBron James being left at the airport, guys? It didn't happen. Michael Jordan's life, his upbringing, different than LeBron James, no doubt about it, man. Doesn't make what LeBron James went through more difficult than what Michael Jordan was going through. Like I said, when you talk about their careers, basketball-wise, to me, Michael Jordan had a harder time. He had to establish himself so much so, like I said, they couldn't even pick him up at the airport. They didn't even remember him that much. They didn't even care about him like that. The third pick in the NBA draft don't get picked up at the airport. LeBron James, that would never happen to him. Once again, LeBron James has been given the basketball his entire career. From the minute he stepped on the court, the chosen one, celebrated. Michael Jordan was dealing with the freeze out in the All-Star game, dealing with other stars being jealous and envious of his endorsements, of his celebrity. LeBron James had to do none of that stuff when he came in. Michael Jordan had to deal with a lot of that stuff. They didn't promote Michael Jordan that way. Wasn't even the first draft pick. Right? People weren't even listening to Bobby Knight. But they want to say LeBron James is the greatest single success story in team sports. Another meaningless thing for a narrative for a LeBron James fan to just throw out there that means nothing. Let's go to this next one that he said here. How could I not think the guy who builds bridges would make a better role model for my son than the guy who would torch anything that lies in his path. See, this is what leads me to believe that these people do not know Michael Jordan. They just don't know what made Michael Jordan go. They don't know why Michael Jordan is so great. They have no clue who Michael Jordan was. They don't know this guy. He claims to have grown up in Chicago and idolized Michael Jordan. What the hell were you watching? I'm confused here. This dude literally said, how could I not think the guy who builds bridges would make a better role model for my son? Are you kidding me? So you're just going to sit here and tell me that watching the Last Dance documentary made you believe that LeBron James is a better role model for your son? This is disturbing, guys, to I don't even know what degree. This person's a father and thinks that his son would benefit more from watching LeBron James? That's insane. Like I said, this person's not a grown man, not a real man. This guy, Andrew Lawrence, stands on nothing. He's a straight goof, this dude. These are the kinds of soft-ass feminine guys I'm talking about that talk about LeBron James. So you really believe that LeBron James is a better role model for your son? And you're saying because Michael Jordan would burn anything in his path? What does that mean? That means that Michael Jordan, once again, what? He paid the price. You see how this person is talking about Michael Jordan in this article? That's the price that Michael Jordan paid. He paid the price to have some weirdo like this write this in an article because that's you, because you never won anything, right? Is that what Michael Jordan said? That's you, because you never won anything, Andrew Lawrence. You're a clown, man. Michael Jordan sacrificed the way that you would view him now to win, to push his teammates, to be great, to be a leader. He sacrificed, like I said, he sacrificed that. LeBron James never did. So these people still think that LeBron James is a nice guy? He talks about LeBron James building bridges. When does LeBron James build bridges? Once again, I'm confused here. LeBron James, the same guy who's needed over 100 trades and free agent signings throughout his entire career. Does that seem like a guy who's building bridges? No, it seems like a guy who's burning bridges down. Who's once again turning his back on his teammates, not being a real leader, not being a true professional or a true competitor. But this person's saying that Michael Jordan would torch anything that lies in his path. Yeah, you're damn right he would. To win, Michael Jordan will burn anything to win. That's the price he paid. That's what it costs. You have to pay that ultimate price if you want to win at that level. Michael Jordan was willing to do that. He was willing to have some weirdo like Andrew Lawrence write an article like this saying, yeah, Michael Jordan's, he's burned bridges. He's not a nice guy. LeBron James builds bridges. Just saying nonsense. Doesn't have no clue what he's talking about. Michael Jordan paid the ultimate price of leadership to be a winner, to lead his team. What did Michael Jordan say? I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of it as well. That's why they celebrate the way that they did, because they knew that they earned their role on the Bulls. They earned Michael Jordan's respect, right? So he could trust them in those moments. John Paxson, right? Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. They had to earn Michael Jordan's trust. They had to earn the respect. And Michael Jordan, once again, appreciated them going through the battles in practice and earning it. But he had to hold them to that standard. And that's the price that he paid. So yeah, like they said, he may not be viewed as a nice guy. You might think Michael Jordan's an a-hole, right? He said, you might think I'm a tyrant. That's you because you never won anything. I knew what I needed to do to win, and that was a price that I had to pay. I had to push guys and pull guys along when they didn't want to get pushed and pulled along. So Scottie Pippen, for example, he had to push Scottie Pippen and pull Scottie Pippen so that he could become Scottie Pippen. Without Michael Jordan there pushing him and pulling him, he does not maximize his potential. He does not become Scottie Pippen. Those are the facts, guys. All of those guys benefited from playing with Michael Jordan, not the other way around. So I don't know what this guy's talking about, the bridges that LeBron James is building bridges. Did LeBron James build a bridge with David Blatt? No, David Blatt. What happened to David Blatt? He's gone. You never heard from the guy again. He coached the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals, right? David Blatt led the team to the NBA Finals, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They lost 4-2. And then they fired David Blatt at the halfway point of the next season because LeBron James wants everyone to believe that it was his fault why they didn't win last year. But I hear LeBron James fans all the time make an excuse that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love got hurt. So then how come David Blatt didn't get another opportunity to come back the next season and coach the Cavaliers to the finals. Instead, after the All-Star break, or right before the All-Star break, I believe it was right after the holidays, after the Christmas game, they fired David Blatt because LeBron James. And they went with Tyronn Lue. LeBron James sabotaged his own coach. That's building a bridge. How many coaches has he been through in his career? 7 coaches? I don't even know. David Blatt, Tyronn Lue, Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel, Luke Walton, Paul Silas, Mike Brown. Now you're being coached by J.J. Redick. That's what? 8, 9 coaches? You had Eric Spoelstra. I mean, how many coaches is that, guys? That's called building bridges? No. Michael Jordan had 3 head coaches his first 3 years, and none of those coaches were fired because Michael Jordan. That's just the way it went down. Remember, Michael Jordan did not want Doug Collins fired, and they still fired Doug Collins anyway. Remember, he didn't want Charles Oakley traded. They still traded Charles Oakley anyway. But Michael Jordan burned bridges down. Michael Jordan burned whatever he needed to burn down to win. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not bad. And then this man really says, I mean, he's talking about building bridges. Did LeBron James build a bridge with J.R. Smith in the 2018 finals in game 1? Was that building a bridge right there? No, it wasn't. Did he build a bridge with any of the guys from the Lakers when he first got there? No, they all got traded away. Did he build a bridge with Luke Walton? No, he did not. He never builds bridges. Is he building bridges with the fans? No, he doesn't even show up with the fans. He load manages. He flops around. That's building bridges for this guy. And then he starts talking about a better role model for my son. You really think that LeBron James is a better role model for your son than Michael Jordan? That's insane. And I'm not saying that Michael Jordan's perfect. Once again, it's not about perfection, guys. I'm not saying that Michael Jordan's a perfect guy in the world. He never did anything wrong. He's flawless. We're talking about Michael Jordan, the basketball player, guys. I don't know Michael Jordan personally. Don't know him as a friend, husband, father, none of this stuff. Everyone else, these LeBron James fans, they think they know LeBron James as a husband, a father, a best friend. Personally, I don't know these guys. I judge them what they put out in the public, how they carry themselves in the public. That's what I judge. That's all we have to judge. Their basketball careers and how they carry themselves, how they speak, how they interact with their coaches, the teammates, the fans. That's all we got to go off of. I don't know him and his wife behind closed doors. I don't know him and his kids behind closed doors, or him and his cousins and I don't know none of this stuff. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I know what Michael Jordan did on the basketball court. I know how he carried himself. And for me, I would always rather have my son look up to someone like Michael Jordan than LeBron James. And shout out to my son. My son is 7 years old. I don't know how old this dude's son is. Like I said, it's actually a shame that he's actually raising a kid, supposedly raising a man. But shout out to my son, man. My son's 7 years old. You guys know I've talked about my kids on this channel before. And the other day, last week, my son comes home from school. He's in 2nd grade. He comes home from school, and my son's into sports. He plays basketball, football, and baseball. And now he wants to try soccer. So we're going to put baseball on the back burner for a second, and we're going to try soccer for a little bit. I never played soccer growing up. He wants to try it. By all means, I'm all about the sports. But my son's active, man. He's out there. He sees me doing stuff. He knows what it's about, man. And once again, I'm trying to raise my son the way that my father raised me. But when we talk about LeBron James and the Michael Jordans, the other day my son comes home from school, and there was a book fair at his school, right? He comes home from school, and he comes up to me, and he goes, and he was excited, man. And he's like, Dad, I got you a poster. I got you a poster. And I'm like, what poster did this kid get me, man? And he goes, I got a Michael Jordan poster. And I was surprised because I didn't even realize that they still sold Michael Jordan posters at a school, a book fair for elementary school kids. Now, you would think it would be some current players, maybe a Steph Curry or, a LeBron James poster, or, one of the guys that are currently playing, maybe Giannis or, or Luka Doncic, one of these guys. I didn't even realize that they were still promoting Michael Jordan to these young kids. Now, I've told you, I see kids wearing Michael Jordan clothing, his sneakers, all of this stuff. But he comes home with the Michael Jordan poster, guys, and he was so excited because he knows, that I like Michael Jordan and that I talk about Michael Jordan a lot. And to me, it almost brought a tear to my eye because not only did he buy me the Michael Jordan poster, he bought himself one. He bought 2, one for him and one for me. And that meant a lot to me, man, because, when I see my son understanding the things that I talk about on my videos and the things that I try to stress, I coach him. Remember, I tell you, I coach these kids, man. So they see what I'm giving them, the lessons that I'm trying to teach them on the court, on the field, whatever it is. I'm trying to give these kids, some sense of sportsmanship, of being a competitor, not being a sore loser, right? Going out there and competing, giving it your all. The wins and losses are irrelevant at that age, man. I don't care how many points my son scores in a game or how many touchdowns he runs for. I don't care about this stuff. But I want him to go out there and play hard and compete and not be a coward, a wimp, a sissy, none of that stuff. I don't want to hear no crying, no excuses. You guys getting beat down out there. Then you're getting beat down and do something about it. Go out there and compete. That's what I try to teach the kids, man. But my son really surprised me bringing home that Michael Jordan poster, man. And I never tell my son that I hate LeBron James. I never say these things to the kid, man. Oh, LeBron James is a dirtbag. I don't say that to him. If he brings up LeBron James or you was talking about Nicole Jokic the other day, and I'm like, yeah, these guys are good, man. You like those guys? If you like them, great. The one thing I won't do is I'm not going to buy something for my son. I'm not going to buy LeBron James sneakers for him because that's my money. I'm not buying him sneakers. But if he wants to root for LeBron James and he wants to root for Nicole Jokic or this guy or that guy, then that's on him. But I'm going to teach him about the guys that I grew up watching. I'm going to teach him the way that sports is supposed to be played. How you're supposed to go out there and compete in a sport. And for this person to say that who's a better role model than LeBron James is disturbing. LeBron James is not a good role model. He's not a mediocre role model. He's a piss poor role model as far as kids looking up to him, as far as he carries himself in sports. Walking off the court early. You really want your kid to do that? I mean, it's insane. I told you, the first thing we do after a game is we all line up and shake hands. That's what you teach kids. That's what I was taught. LeBron James don't want to do that. He'll walk off the court early. He'll blame his teammates, but this is a role model for your son? He'll flop all over the court. He'll curse and yell at the referees, but that's a role model for your kids? I don't know what this guy's talking about, burning bridges and Michael Jordan, and LeBron James builds them. This man ain't building a damn thing out there. Ain't building a role model for your kid? I would never want my son to look up to LeBron James and do the things that he does on the basketball court, man. And, talk to people the way he talks, talk down to the commoners the way that he talks down to the common folk. Have no respect for the fans. Having fans ejected, load managing on the fans. Remember that father? Remember that video that father I always tell you guys about? The father showed up with his son to a Lakers game. It was either last year or the year before. And LeBron James was a late scratch because he load managed. And there goes LeBron James in the tunnel, lollygag and carry on, doing what LeBron James does, even though he's supposed to be injured. He's not playing in the game. And the father had him on camera and called him out. And he said, man, LeBron James, you ain't playing today, man? How come you not playing, man? I brought my kid here to see you play the first time to a Lakers game, and you load manage on us. And then LeBron James tries to embarrass the father by acting like he's going in his pocket to pull some money out and basically trying to shut the guy up. That's the guy you think is a role model for your kid? Michael Jordan would never do something like that. He never did anything like that. I told you, Michael Jordan showed us respect by showing up to work and giving the effort, not going through the motions like LeBron James does. He'll walk back and forth on the court. He'll stand on the court and hands on his hips, not give any effort. But you're telling me that's a role model for your kid? You're a weirdo, man, a straight weirdo. Your kid's in big trouble, man. Your kid's in big trouble if you're the father raising him. I feel bad for you, man. And in this article, I know this video's going real long. I'm sorry, guys, man. But he said a bunch of nonsensical things, man. Like I said, he said that, LeBron James stood up to the president. LeBron James, denounces the killings of unarmed black men. LeBron James an activist. They always go this weird stuff. Oh, LeBron James an activist, man. LeBron James an activist. Michael Jordan, he don't stand up for the people. Michael Jordan doesn't get involved in the community or activism. No, what you guys fail to remember is Michael Jordan doesn't look for the attention for the things that he does for the community. He's done a lot. Remember, Michael Jordan, out of all the athletes, LeBron James included, in all these sports, Michael Jordan is has donated the most amount of money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Michael Jordan, guys, the most money donated, but you guys wouldn't know that because he doesn't promote this stuff. He doesn't promote himself on social media and hype himself up. Oh, yeah, I just donated some more money to Make-A-Wish. Hey, make sure you guys remember, no one's donated more money to Make-A-Wish than me, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. No. Remember, Michael Jordan did that charity event with that kid in the wheelchair. He played that kid in the wheelchair. In basketball, in a wheelchair. He did that for that kid. That kid was black, right? Remember, Michael Jordan, I believe, just recently opened up, a third or fourth hospital? I mean, the man's building hospitals, but this person talks about one school LeBron James supposedly built. Oh, LeBron James built a school, an I Promise school. What? In his hometown? No, what LeBron James built was a shrine, a memorial to himself. Go look at the school. He's got murals of his face up. He's got shrines of his trophies and sneakers. It's an absolute joke, man. LeBron James built that school to promote himself. That's why he had that press conference. And he stood there in that weird outfit talking about, what he did, what he does, wearing glasses. You wear glasses now, LeBron James? Dude's a cornball, man. These guys are wearing glasses with no lenses. What a joke, man. Michael Jordan's building hospitals in North Carolina for people who don't have insurance, for the uninsured, for people who are sick, who don't have health care. He's building hospitals, plural, for these people. But no one talks about this because Michael Jordan's not making a big deal. Like I said, he doesn't have social media to promote himself and pump these things out. Michael Jordan's done a lot of things for a lot of people. Remember, he donated his salary to the 9/11 victims. He did that. Michael Jordan did a lot of things. Remember, Michael Jordan spoke up for Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf when he was being ostracized by the NBA. Remember, they suspended Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf for not coming out of the tunnel for the national anthem. And they asked Michael Jordan about that in the locker room. I did a video on this, guys. And Michael Jordan stood there and took those questions. He didn't say, next question, I got no comment on that. He said, listen, man, in this country, you're supposed to be able to believe in any religion and practice any religion you want and blah, blah, blah. He spoke up for Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf and said it's not right what they're doing to him. He didn't say, once again, I got no comment on this. He took on that responsibility, that burden, as the premier player in the league. Michael Jordan's done a lot of things for a lot of people, man. But all they'll talk about is, oh, Michael Jordan said that Republicans buy sneakers too. They're stuck on that one comment, but you guys won't look at all the other great things Michael Jordan did. And really, who gives a damn what Michael Jordan does with his own money, with his own time? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. He doesn't owe anyone anything. None of these guys owe us anything, man. But they try to promote this stuff like LeBron James is doing things that no one else does. It's a laugher, guys. It's an absolute laugher. LeBron James wants you to know what he's done, which makes him a dirtbag for doing those things. He's only doing those things, like I said, for what he gets in return from it. But this guy's going to start talking about, all this nonsense. So, guys, as you guys can see, like I said, I know this video went really long, man. This article is from 4 years ago. This guy literally said the Last Dance documentary made him become a LeBron James fan and not a Michael Jordan fan anymore. I mean, it's crazy to me that he said The Last Dance has made me gravitate towards LeBron. That's a weirdo. That means that you were never a Michael Jordan fan. You never were. You were a guy who knew who Michael Jordan was, and you wrote this article disguised as a Michael Jordan fan. That's all this is to me. There's no one in the world that I truly believe was a legit Michael Jordan supporter or a fan of Michael Jordan that watched Michael Jordan play basketball, that watched that era of NBA, and now you switch to LeBron James. I can't see that. I don't see that from The Last Dance anyways. The Last Dance made you do that? And you start talking about Michael Jordan burned bridges. LeBron James builds them. What are you talking about? LeBron James been burning bridges all over the place. All over the place, man. Like I said, Michael Jordan did what he had to do to get the results that he was looking for, and the results were there. You're 6-0, dude. LeBron James ain't got the results of Michael Jordan. So maybe this guy is wrong. Maybe LeBron James should be burning the bridges, and Michael Jordan, like Michael Jordan was, because Michael Jordan's tactics, his strategy, it worked. Like I said, you can't argue with the results of Michael Jordan, no matter how you feel about how he went about his business, how his demeanor was, how fiery he was with his teammates. The results were there, guys. LeBron James ain't got those results. So really, what are we talking about here? Nothing. LeBron James is a clown who always plays the victim, who always blames his teammates. But he's talking about he builds bridges. He ain't build no damn bridges. Did he build a bridge with D'Angelo Russell? Did he build a bridge with any of these guys? No. Did he build a bridge with Kyrie Irving? No, he tried to get Kyrie Irving traded, man. What is this guy talking about? LeBron James fans are weird, man. This guy had a whole weird article. I mean, this guy brought up Taco Tuesday with his kids. Oh, he does Taco Tuesday with his kids. He's a great father. Do you not remember LeBron James didn't he try to trademark Taco Tuesday like a clown? He really tried to do that. This person won't mention that, though. Like, and we were all like, dude, who the hell do you think you are to trademark Taco Tuesday? Like, you invented that phrase. This is the narcissism of LeBron James, man. But his fans don't remember this kind of stuff. But he builds bridges, LeBron James. An absolute joke. You guys know the deal, man. These are the facts, man. Michael Jordan did what he had to do. He sacrificed. LeBron James ain't never do that, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.